Kia ora and welcome to Rural New Zealand. I'm your host Scotty. Join me as we go check out what's going on in the rural communities. In today's episode we head up to North Canterbury where we check out a lovely Huruni hotel pub. We check out a motocross event in Waipara. But first we meet Claudia Wersing from Pyramid Valley Vineyard who moved here with her husband all the way from America. Pyramid Valley, tell me a bit about the history.
Well, Mike and I came to New Zealand in 1996. We were based in Nelson for 5 years before we started looking for our own project within New Zealand. We came from San Francisco, grew up there, and it had always been Mike's dream to have his own winery. But that was all based on finding the right soil and aspect, and so it took us a little bit of time to find Pyramid Valley in general, and we were looking for clay limestone soils. We got a map, the Griffiths maps 1942 from the Wellington Library, and started looking for these soils and came across Pyramid Valley and purchased the farm in 1999, and this was a sheep farm since 1924, so there's quite a bit of history here, and we decided that we would pretty much look at all the different soil types within the farm and try to find the blocks that we could plant. And we knew that we wanted to propagate our own vines, so we took our own cuttings and propagated those, planted them out in 4 different blocks, and we now have 2 blocks of Pinot Noir and 2 blocks of Chardonnay.
Wow. And what makes the soil here so special?
Well, what we found was, looking for clay limestone soils, we were looking for active lime, and it seemed that most of the lime within New Zealand was no longer active. So we got the help from not only Phil Tonkin at Lincoln, but the soil scientists of France to help us on the project. And so all the samples were sent back over to make sure that when we could access that lime, that was actually going to be beneficial to the plant, and that the plant would be able to use the mineral content that was there to make sure the iron, which is ferric, and the limestone were working together.
So what makes this site better for the Pinot than, say, over there? Is there certain reasons why you planted this here, or?
Well, most of the blocks that we have are a little bit of a funny shape, and people always say, well, why does that post end there? And why did you choose these specific sites? And we wanted to plant on the actual soil that existed over the entire block. So where there's more of a clay limestone mix, we've got Pinot Noir. Where there's heavier clay soils, we've got Chardonnay. Okay. And that was all, pretty much, Mike digging with the spade and myself just kind of, putting popsicle sticks in the ground and saying this is where the soil was the same and this is where it changed, and that's how we created the size and the shape to each of the blocks. I think what's been interesting for us is that whatever we did in where we're standing now is called Angel Flower, whatever we did in this block, we also applied to our other block of Pinot Noir, which is Earth Smoke, so that the clones that are planted here, they're exactly the same in the Earth Smoke, so that when you talk about the 2 sites and you're tasting the 2 different blocks, you see the difference in the vines. Although the viticulture is the same, the aspect is different, yes, but you still got the same plant material, because each clone will give you a different flavor and a different kind of energy within the fermentation as well.
So these horns, what's the story behind those?
So what we've got here is these are fresh cut horns. These were cut about 6 months ago, and I've got to get the inside of them out because this actually becomes the vessel for the manure to then go into, which then gets put in the ground. And this is the first step to biodynamics. And what you do is we try to tap out the innards. We did this the other day and got quite a few that are free now. So once you've got your vessel, we go out to the cows and we collect fresh cow dung, and rather than putting them in the ground like this because it would collect rainwater, we turn them upside down, and then this sits in the ground for about 6 months, and you usually do it in the autumn. And then when you lift it in the spring, what comes out of it is this very intense microbial compost. Okay. And so rather than making a whole lot of this, what you can do is you look at it kind of like homeopathy, and a little bit goes a long way. So we mix this into rainwater and spread that. Some people use tractors. We usually spread it with a bucket and brush and walk all over the farm with this. And it's just really looking after your soils and looking after your microbial activity that's there. And Yeah, it sounds a little bit crazy, but it's
Working?
It's working, and sometimes you don't question what's working anymore. You keep doing the research and ask the questions, but once something is really working, that's when you stick to it.
So this is the business end?
This is the business end. This is final production stage. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, so we've started fermenting white wine. Traditionally, we always used barrel, and no matter how old that oak barrel was, we always saw a little bit of an imprint of that toastiness that you can find in oak within the wine. And we knew that fermenting white wine in a stainless tank, it gives you a very different energy and a different balance within the wine itself. So we started looking into clay vessels, and these are called Giara. There's also amphora, and the amphora are the ones that go in the ground. Giara are above ground, and they're very old. I mean, this is thousands of years of winemaking was done in this type of vessel. And before we had these stainless lids, they would put oily rags at the top so the wine wouldn't actually oxidize. So we use this for our home Chardonnay. So 50% of our home Chardonnay goes into barrel and 50% into clay vessel. And they're not only beautiful to look at, but if you can imagine, these were handmade. They're from Tuscany, so they're an import for us. And we've been trying to find a clay within New Zealand that is similar to actually make our own clay vessels, which is great. They are handmade, and you can kind of see, the thumbprint of the person who made them and the lines. Throughout. They're a little difficult to clean sometimes. They seem to be the only person that fits inside of them, and they are beeswax lined, so that that's an antifungal, natural antifungal that's in there, and they arrive with that on them already. They're great for fermentation.
Okay, so we have the 4 wines here, the prides and joys. So when you first started out, you guys didn't start nationally, you went international, is that right?
Yeah, I think the reason for that was, everything we did from the beginning was a bit crazy. Here, imagine 15 years ago, it's 2000, we established biodynamically, we were close planted, handy stemming, crushing wines by foot. It was all a little bit out there, but we knew that internationally that had already been recognized. And so we thought, rather than making life really hard for us, we'd actually take it internationally first. And we had, hopes and desires that most of our production would be sold within New Zealand. And then we quickly realized that with, 4 million population, high-end product, premium, we needed those overseas markets. And started out with about 5 initially, and now we're in 21 countries. And these are within Pyramid Valley. These are the most collectible wines. Is bring people here and tell them the story. I'm always surprised at how many people still don't know who we are, which is kind of exciting in a way, because it means that you can, tell the story again and bring new people into what you're doing. And yeah, it's always great having people here and doing the tour through the vineyard and talking about what we do and our point of difference and getting them to.
Yeah, thank you very much for showing us around. We've had an absolute blast. So thank you.
Thank you for coming.
That's right. Welcome back. CTV are proud to be a part of the South Island Farm of the Year. So if you know a good farmer out there and you'd like to nominate them, or you'd like to nominate yourself, here's how. Well, entry forms are available on the website, which is lincolnuniversityfoundation.org.nz. Every local community has a great public house, so we went and checked out my local watering hole. Now today, for a little treat, we're here at the Huruni Hotel. So hopefully we're going to go inside, have a wee look around and see how we go. After all, it is my local, so let's go. Travis, you've been here a few years now. You enjoying it here or whatnot?
I've been here 11 years.
11 years, yep.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing little hotel.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got some character with the low ceilings and the limestone on the outside and that. So.
Yeah, the low ceiling's really caused by the 4 inches of concrete that's been put over the original cobblestone floor.
Oh well, yeah.
Back in 1982, and the place was saved from demolition.
Yeah, sweet. Because that was when a few of the locals sort of teamed together, wasn't it, and saved the pub, which is
5 local farmers.
Yeah. So the map, obviously the original hotel, because this is version 2, isn't it? So the old hotel was on the other side of the Waitohi River.
Yeah, that was originally a wooden hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
It was left to rot away. I think the last remnants of it were there and last seen in 1977.
Yeah, yeah. Because that got destroyed in a flood.
No.
No, it didn't?
No.
Oh.
No. There was what they call the mile-wide flood in 1868.
Yeah.
And the ford that was here, that the original hotel owner was had to get everybody across the ford.
Yeah, yeah.
That was washed away, and the new bridge that the authorities were building was washed away. But the hotel itself remained. It wasn't washed away at all.
Yeah.
But the authorities then changed the position of the new bridge to roughly where it is now,
Yeah.
which meant a change of road. So the widow, Mrs. Hasty, bought the property here and built
Yeah, yeah.
this hotel.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And they obviously made a proper job and made it out of limestone this time, didn't they? So.
Yeah, well, the limestone came from local farm here,
Yeah.
Black Hills down the road, Mrs. Forrester's property.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, so all part of it, they had the store and the dip, and a lot of people used to drove sheep all the way through Molesworth Station, didn't they? And then here was the boundary between Canterbury and Nelson, and I think they used to use the old dip up the road.
The hotel was originally built to be a quarantine station,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
to dip all the sheep to control scabies.
Yeah, yeah. And over here, behind the cameraman, is something I find incredibly awesome, which is the original license. How many of these things do you continue still doing? I mean...
The scary one on there is the looking after the horses and everything overnight. There is a local here that has been threatening it for some time. Young Dan from Island Hills has threatened to come down and put me to the test, but so far, so good.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, as you can see, there's, you know, there has to be 8 beds and whatnot, and accommodation for at least 6 horses, and water supply for them as also, and some hay.
This is room 3. This is the honeymoon room.
It's very nice.
It's one of the 3 double rooms that we've got here, and 3 twin rooms and the 1 family room at the back.
Oh wow. And you get quite a few people staying?
Yes. Yeah, during the week there's a lot of workers that are in the district.
Yep.
Doing the dairy conversions and truck drivers. And then the weekends we have what we know as the loopies, people from Christchurch.
One of the other things you have at the hotel is the restaurant, isn't it? So, where you do cook some marvellous feeds, I must say. I mean, yeah. Well, should we go check out the restaurant?
Let's go.
So this is the main dining hall?
Yeah, only really used when we're having buses and
Yeah.
functions, etc. We use the smaller part here on a daily basis.
And I see on the walls you've got photos of some of the old homesteads around the Huruni district, which is quite cool.
Yep, pictures of the old main station homesteads.
They're probably similar age, a lot of them, wouldn't they?
They would be,
Early 1900s.
yeah.
What would you say the trademark meal at the Huruni Hotel would be?
The Huruni historic burger.
Yeah, I'm feeling the burger. I think
Yeah.
we might have to try that. Do you think you could whip something up?
I can whip a couple of those up.
That'd be ideal. Well, that was fun chatting to Travis about the Huruni Hotel. Now we've got the famous burger, so I'm going to dig in. So we're here at the Boyle River Education Centre, and we're going to go find out what the guys and girls are up to.
Go!
So what's the name of this contraption right here?
This is the Flying Kiwi.
So is this a one of a kind in New Zealand, or is this sort of...
No, it's not one of a kind,
Yeah.
but it is still awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiana.
Yes, it's great.
Is this your first time?
No, I did in year 9.
Are you excited? What do the students get out of this lovely activity?
Just lots and lots of fun.
Yeah. So just
I really enjoy it.
Is it like a bit of a treat at the end of the day, or?
Yeah,
after
it's
a
just
big
a
mission?
cool activity so they can just have a bit of fun and not focus on other stuff they've been focusing on for the week.
Just relax.
Where's your Kiwi noise? Caca! Caca! Okay. Wings, are you ready? Yeah, brother! Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! It's so quiet.
That looks awesome. I want to have a go. I want to have a go now. What's your favourite activity here?
I don't know, rock climbing?
Rock climbing?
Or just going and hanging out in the bush. And
Just getting away from the world.
Yeah. Yeah, going into the bush for the day is a pretty cool day.
Yeah.
Lighting fires and good fires, safe fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep warm.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah.
For more information on these activities, get in touch with the Boyle River crew. Now, if you love your machinery, stay tuned because we go to a motocross event and we talk to the guys from Ironman 4x4. Vince, how's it going?
Good, thanks, Scotty. Yourself?
Oh, can't complain. So these bull bars,
Yeah. Well, basically, you've heard a bit about the Ironman product, and they're an Australian company, and we have a full range of bull bars for most modern vehicles.
Yep.
And what we have here is what we call our protector bull bar. So it's a top of the line bull bar. It has a polished stainless steel top on it. It's fully airbag approved. Most of the features which are common across our whole range are LED park and indicator lights. There's a up-spec model which has a fog light in it as well, which is a 55 watt halogen fog light. All our bull bars have an aerial mount on them, and then we also have spotlight mounting points and high lift jack points as well. So a very good strong bull bar. We have these polyurethane overrides, which are basically a solid plastic, and that's really great for opening gates and things like that without smashing in and catching things. So, and also, if you want to bump something gently and not scratch it, you've got those polyurethane overrides. So this is one of our mounting brackets that goes in behind the bull bar, so the stuff you don't see but does all the work. So these generally mount up to the chassis. They actually offer a full new cross member. So that's actually going between your chassis, and then we bolt the bull bar to these outer parts here. So this bracket is all airbag approved, so basically it doesn't interfere with how an airbag deploys. So that's all been tested and approved. We can't sell bull bars if they don't have airbag approved stickers on them and things like that. So the beauty of this here is it lets you mount a winch in behind your bull bar as well. So it's a universal mounting point for a winch. It has a full cross member, and what that does is it gives it a lot of strength. So there's other products on the market where you bolt the winch to the front of the bar. What we're actually doing is taking the winch out, putting it on this cross member in the middle of the chassis, so it's actually a lot stronger than a standard system.
Cool thing I do like about this bull bar is the ground clearance. It's
Absolutely.
exceptionally high.
Yep. So what our bull bars are designed to do is basically give you better approach angles. In a standard truck with a plastic bumper or standard bumper, if you come up to an area that's a mound of ground or something, you're quite often going to bash that. So what our bull bars have is quite sharply cut away corners, especially in front of the wheels, which let you get very good approach angles. So we have the bar truck set up here, and you can see normally if we're on a plastic bumper, we would have smashed into that and torn that off, but you can see the bar cuts up on a steep angle, exposing almost all of that tyre, and that allows us to get over rough country a lot better.
So what are some of the other protection features on the bull bar?
Basically all our bull bars come with skid plates, so while we cut away the existing plastic bumper and mount our bar on there, we also still want some more protection. So when you've bolted the bar on, they also come with a series of wing plates, so they're basically steel plates that come under the wings of the bar, and also a centre one that comes from your bar back to the first cross member in the chassis. So basically we're getting lots of strength from these added skid plates, and they also guide, like if you do go into a rough area, they'll guide debris and things underneath the bar. Yeah. So.
And you have some hooks under there, I see, as well.
Yep. So we can do a range of mounting hooks for recovery as well, and they're actually coming out because getting a vehicle stuck, there's not a lot of access to get recovery points or tie a rope on, so we can provide recovery points as well.
Cool. Oh well, if you're interested in buying a bull bar, get in touch with the guys at Ironman and they'll sort you out. Martin and Joanna are relatively new to the motocross scene, but we're going to go check out how they're doing at the Michael Godfrey Memorial event.
Just about to check the air filter just before the first race, but a bit nervous about it, but we'll shake it off. Yeah, so I'm on an RM125. 2008, so this is the last year that they made these bikes. But yeah, two-stroke bike, so hopefully we'll see us come up quick, low on the gears and go hard, yeah.
Martin has been waiting 9 long years for his moment of glory.
Oh well, yeah, coming along since a young fella, and no, it was quite good to get out there on the first race. The idea was just to stay on the bike. And managed to do that and pick up a few places, and on the last lap a few fell off, so I picked them up on the way through.
The hours and hours of training must have helped.
Probably should have done quite a bit more. I'd clocked up a total of 7.9 hours on the bike. Not a lot really, but been going since Christmas and we're now May, so yeah, just getting out when I can.
Local girl Joanna Smith is showing everyone how it's done.
Second race of the day, and I got a pretty good start. First into the first corner. Didn't hold on to that lead for very long, so I got to work on that. And went one better than last race, so I'm happy, and hopefully I'll go one better again next time. I'll go for aim for a fourth. Always got to go one better than the one before. This is my third time racing Godfrey. First time was my first ever race was here on the 85 when I was about 12, and then I did last year and this year on the 250.
Martin just finished the final race for the day.
It's the first one we didn't get on too bad. There were 38 riders and we came 30th there, but then came unstuck in the second to fall off my bike, still in one piece, to come 35th. And then in the final, yet to get the results come through, but around that 35th, 36th, but good start for the opening day, yeah.
He is still alive and he must feel amazing.
Yeah, well, it was good just to, as I say, stay in one piece, and look forward to tomorrow really. Got a couple more races to go, so we'll see what happens.
Last race of the day was not my best. I made a few mistakes, but came back with it in all right place. I had a really good start, but I stalled on the first corner and it wound up last coming out of there. Managed to get back into 6th and make a pass for 5th place, and then I had another stall and another off, but managed to hold 6th place in the end. So I was happy I didn't suffer too much, just a few wee mistakes to work on.
Thanks for joining us in Rural New Zealand. I certainly hope you enjoyed the show. Just remember to like us on Facebook, and if you have missed an episode, you can watch it on demand. Catch you guys next time when we go on another amazing adventure. See you then.